Alright, so we are, welcome to the channel. How are you doing? And we are back with another line contour drawing. The birds are happy. They must have just got a 10 kill streak or something. They're squawking up a storm. And, it's, it's interesting. So this time, we're in a different area, but essentially is like the same area. Right now I can feel my eyes, my hand is getting impatient, and my eyes also getting impatient. I can feel it. It is a little annoying because it's a little annoying how impatient it's getting. It's causing deep traumatic wounds. The impatientness, like, it's like trying to like speed up, and I don't know why. There's like no rush, but for some reason it's like this has got to be done quickly when that's not the case. Like, there is no reason to rush. Just take your time. Take your time. I do find like the back and forth, like, I don't know what they would call it, the seismograph method for me definitely does help. Like, I know like they're like, oh, you're supposed to like do whatever, but I feel like if you find something that like helps you, or you like come up with a method that's useful for you, like, you shouldn't discount that because of the way that everybody else does something. In that regard, it's about what helps you learn or progress, not so much like these rigid rules in which you have to like follow to a T to like, acknowledge something. But yeah, I did do some yesterday. They will not be in the video, unfortunately. I need to do more stuff that I have readily available to put into the video, because there is time, but there's like no there's no time. There's time, but there's also no time, so it is a problem that we seem to face. But as you can see, that is a blind contour of a table, and I will input a picture of it in the video so that you can see what I was looking at, I guess. This is where we are, and I will be coloring it. I just need to take several pictures, unfortunately. Sorry. There's several pictures that I have to take for reasons for alright, so we got everything, and I'm going to color it with these crayons. Again, you know, the crayons they're battle tested. They love it out here, and we love them. So we're going to start off with a blue crayon, and since I don't really have to worry about anything too much, I'm just gonna like color it in shapes, like paint by numbers almost, and then add a shadowy layer at the end of it. So like this part is the top of the bench. It's obviously the top of the table, but you know, and then we have the underneath. The underneath we're gonna make green, like the spots where I could determine that there's like that's a bar. We're gonna make it green. You know, the underneaths. These are bars, so I'm gonna assume that this is also a bar. I think this is also a bar. And this is like the bench. This is also the top of one. We will be mixing the green with the blue though. And for the green on its own, we'll be mixing I think orange. I'm not a color theorist, so you know, forgive me for hue, shade, saturation, etc. But you know, right here we're just gonna just really grind that in there on the edge. Try to like give it some dimension. Like that's not looking too bad actually, right? There are parts where it's still not like, you know, colored in and whatnot. And I think that this is also like, this is also definitely the underneath of the bench. Like this is a bar. This is like the metal plate that's like bolted to the ground. So these could be like, you know, more enthusiastically green. This is obviously the table, right? And then we just, you know, it's pretty much paint by numbers. You know, you just gotta understand where you're painting by the numbers at, and there's a lot of numbers to be painted. But you want to get, you know, the pieces that you got, you want to get them where they're supposed to go. I think I'll use yellow on the top part. This is another one, I think. And then on the inside, on the side, we'll just do green. I don't know what this is, so we're gonna assume that it's the side of the table again on this one, because I can't tell. Like, some of these are definitely the underneath of the table, which should have been just, I guess, green. I guess that was the underneath of the table, I don't know. This is the underneath of the table though, I guess. Yeah, that is. And we want to, you know, get these edges to have the green just standing out on this side. You know, crispy. And so far I think it's alright. You know, I think that it's pretty good so far. You know, I will give you an overview. These are the benches, or the table with the benches. The table with the bench. You know, line contour drawing. And for the top part, we're gonna do yellow across, like just kind of sprinkle it a little bit. And for the underneath, we're going to give it that orange treatment. You know, a little bit of orange glow. The orange is not really glowing, but we You know, the important part is that we tried. The important part is that we gave it a effort in order to try to see something different. And maybe in the future we got to do the orange first and then do the other part next, because the orange and the green are not really they're not really jiving well together. They're not very happy to be on the same plane. It seems that they hate each other in some sort of way, but they will get over their color dissonance and create color harmony because I said so. You know, they will not fight in this household. What household? We're outside. You know what I mean? But, and now we need something for the background. So, are we going to use a hard red? Maybe. You know, we might use a red, but we also have to capture a few more images of it. You know, these kind of look like trees almost, which is kind of funny because, like, theoretically could make them trees. Could make them trees. I will show you. Doesn't it look good? For some reason, again, on this camera, it makes certain things in these sketchbooks look insane. But we're gonna get some red in here and some red on the sides. You know, just gonna spice it up. The year is almost over. Did you accomplish the things that you wanted to accomplish this year? Are you satisfied with the things that you've done? Satisfied with the people that you met, the bonds that you've made? Me, I think this year is a good year for self-reflection and motivation. Motivations that I kind of wish that I had years ago in order to get a lot of things done. And I'm hoping that next year I will have even more motivation, even more discipline, even more resolve to get even better and become just a better person and a better me in general. Don't know if that's gonna happen though, because it literally only takes one thing to derail me, and that is you know, a weakness that I have that is just something that I don't really know how to tame or control. And yeah, it's a little bit annoying. So I think that now that we got all this in, we're gonna go in there with the blue. Sorry, I'm gonna go in there with the blue. Well, let's get a look at it first before we butcher it. You know, give you a good. Oh my God, the clip is actually needed now. The clip is back. The clip is needed because the gust winds that they bragged about on the weather app are actually happening. Those winds that they're obsessed with is actually happening now. We're getting that wind, guys. You know, we're getting that wind. I don't know, bad cameras just look so much better. Alright, so I want to do like a shadow, and I don't know why I did that way over there. So we want to get it only underneath where the spots are and not everywhere, because the shadow is not the floor. The floor we might make orange actually. Like even here, I might want to put some blue. Yeah, I don't know. It's not working out. It's not working out for the orange. I don't know what needs to be done with the orange to make it work. Maybe we gotta use it sooner. But yeah, we got a little bit of got a little bit of stuff going on. and then we just add some more, and I think we can go over the red with orange. Yeah, we can. So we'll just make that the ground. We got this. Alright, we gotta let the clip go because we need that reach. We need that reach-ola. Alright. I hate when the page starts to curl for whatever reason. I don't know what that's about, but it starts to curl. But that is the table. See that? It's the table. A blind contour drawing of the table. You know, it should be in the video. Hopefully for the whole video I will keep it in like the corner or something. But thank you for watching. If you made it this far, consider liking, subscribing, and commenting. I will see you again soon in the future. Thank you and see you later. Goodbye.